Lin-Manuel Miranda of Hamilton fame first wrote In the Heights in 1999, his sophomore year at Wesleyan University. The musical premiered on Broadway in March 2008 and won 4 Tony Awards. It was also nominated for the 2009 Pulitzer Prize for Drama. For the San Jose State University production of In the Heights, auditions and castings began on February 2, 2018. After nearly 3 months of rehearsals, the show opened at the Hammer Theater in San Jose on April 27th. It sold out 9 consecutive performances, ending on May 7th. Here, the story of making In the Heights at San Jose State is told by the cast, the staff, and the crew. In other words, pretty much everyone involved. This is their story.
It's all part of the same. That's what the story's about. These people have a spirituality, they have a religion, they have a commitment. And it's telling the story of these people in Washington Heights. It's very circular. It's about all their beliefs wound together. And I really look at that circle as being very strong for me and not being broken. I tell people I like a circle because there's no back seat on the merry-go-round. You can't find the back seat on the merry-go-round. That's because everything is equal. You're all here to watch each other's back.
All right, so what is In the Heights? We all know what In the Heights is. You all auditioned for it. Why is it such a big deal for us? It's a big deal for us because this is just your rehearsal space. This used to be our main theater. We now have a deal at the Hammer Theater where we get to produce at the Hammer Theater. The idea for us producing at the Hammer Theater is to bring in a higher quality production. This is going to be huge. You're going to be not only working with professionals, you're going to be performing on the actual Broadway set that was modified for touring. The stakes are really high. You guys got to really be professional. The idea of this is a sort of an incubator, so we put on a great show, but we provide unbelievable educational opportunity for you. And this is sort of its first of its kind. It's a collaboration not only with us and the Hammer, but with the music and dance department as well. So this is sort of blazing a trail for future generations. And the stakes are very high, so I want you to take this very, very seriously.
Of the beat, and there's also the back side of the beat. Okay, jazz and hip hop and R&B, because R&B hip hop is just something, an extension of jazz and all that good stuff, right? You got to be on the back side of the beat. Da, 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 da. It's almost like back phrasing. If you know what that means as a singer, it's the back side of the beat. You don't want to be on the front side of the beat at all, ever. Okay, just chill, feel it. Don't try to be rhythmically precise. Chill, okay? It's a conversational art. Gotcha. Let's go right there, please. 1, 2, 3.
In the heights, I flip my lights and start my day. There are fights and bills to pay. In the heights, I can't survive without cafe. 'Cause the night seems like a million years away.
Right? You see how it like.
You ain't got no skills.
Benny. You ain't got no skills.
You ain't got no skills. You ain't got no skills.
Yep, sing it. 3 and go.
You ain't got no skills.
There we go. Thank you.
No taxis. Everyone relax, please. Calling all taxis. Everyone relax, please.
Constant noise. So you heard cars, you heard salsa music, merengue, people arguing, people's TVs. You heard everything day in and out. You go to sleep to noise, you wake up to noise. But that noise was comforting to me.
We are powerless. We are powerless. We are powerless.
Yeah, they going
there's a sense of identity there, which is really great, and all the familial stuff in the community. And it's something you don't see when you're in it, right? Like you leave it and you go back and you're like, wow, I miss the way the neighborhood was. But when you're there, the internal conflict is like, what is this to me? And do I want to stay here forever, right? Is this all I am? So there's that, even though it's a big city, you still get that small town syndrome when you're a minority in a small block that like every single person on that block. And you get taken care of, but you just want to be somewhere else. So like your aspirations for Vanessa, like they may not be more than get me the fuck out of here as soon as possible.
Lottery ticket, just a part of the routine. Everybody got a job, everybody got a dream. They gossip as I sit with coffee and smirk. The first step is people hop to work. Busted, I'm like $1, $2, $1.50, $1.60.
My name is Oakleys Pimentel. I am playing Usnavi, and I'm having a great time. This is the first musical I ever heard of and discovered in my entire life, and part of what drew me into musical theater was the fact that this is a story very close to me. So I was born in the Dominican Republic. I moved to the Bronx when I was about 6 or 7 or so, and then my family moved to New Jersey afterwards, but I remember going to church in Washington Heights, and this whole neighborhood is something very close to me and how I grew up as a person. And when I thought musicals, I always thought, Phantom of the Opera and Les Mis, and it wasn't until this came out that the things that were very intrinsic to me growing up, right? Hip hop, the like kind of the neighborhood where you go outside and you just sing.
The biggest disappointment, the kid couldn't hack it. She's back and she's walking real slow. Welcome home, just Hi, my name's Ali Bonador, and I'm playing Nina Rosario. And for me, I've loved In the Heights ever since it came out in 2008. It's been one of my dream shows. So being Nina and playing Nina here is such an honor. I can relate to this story because when I was in San Diego for a year last year, I felt really lost about what I was doing. I made choices just because I wanted to please my family and the people around me, and then I realized that while I did have fun and I did enjoy my time there, I didn't find a home for myself necessarily. I found joy in doing theater and pursuing what I love to do, which is theater and helping people.
This is Benny on the dispatch. Yo, attention, yo, attention. It's Benny, and I'd like to mention I'm on the microphone this morning. Honk your horn if you want it. Okay, we got traffic on the west side. Get off 79th and take the left side of Riverside Drive, and you might slide west end's your best.
My name is Jonah Price. I played Benny in the show In the Heights, and how I feel about my role in the show. I can't speak today. My role in the show is I really want to explore Benny. His character in essence is really simple. He's a guy that falls in love with a girl, basically. But there's so much in the show that gives it freedom to move around and really dive into the emotions and the backstory of Benny. And to kind of show that on stage is really what I'm looking forward to.
Hi, my name is Christina and I'm playing Vanessa. I actually think it's funny that I have this role because the sassy part of Vanessa, I think a lot of my sister, because I would say that I'm more of the calm one, she's more of the sassy one. So I'm really just like thinking of like the times that we make fun of people or argue, like I am thinking of her, of what her gestures would be. So I think it's really interesting to play someone that I'm not really like, unless I'm only like this when I'm with the people that I know and they know me very well. So it's very interesting to just like put it out and have everybody see it.
Catch a break, struggling with English. Listening to friends, finally got a job working as a maid. So we clean film rolls, polishing with pride, scrubbing the whole of the Upper East Side. The days into weeks, the weeks into years, and here I stay.
Marta, and I'm playing Abuela Claudia in The Heights. This role is very special to me because I actually didn't grow up with a grandmother, and my parents were the first in my bloodline to immigrate to the United States. And so in this role, I get to play someone I didn't get to grow up with.
Hey, what's this dumb daddy that I'm seeing on the street? I never thought I'd see the day since when are Latin people scared of heat?
So I play Daniela and in The Heights, and I feel super blessed and excited to play such a fun-loving, amazing, sassy diva from Washington Heights, and I'm Puerto Rican from New Jersey, and so I feel that I really am able to show what Daniela is really all about, and that little fiery personality. So I'm super excited to be playing her, and I really hope to do her some justice because she deserves it.
You can sing anything. What? Whatever pops into your head, just so long as you sing.
My mom is Dominican Cuban, my dad is from Chile and PR, which means I'm Chile Dominican Rican.
Yes.
But I always say I'm from Queens.
Hey!
Hi, my name is Shaharli, and I play Carla in The Heights, and I love playing her so far. It's amazing. She's such a sweet and cute and ditzy character, and she's kind of like, she's one of the younger principal cast members, and so I kind of relate to that because I'm actually the youngest person in the cast. I'm still in high school, so you know, I can relate to her in that way. Being the youngest cast member, it's a little bit intimidating sometimes because I look up to everyone here. It's so nice to see everyone working so professionally and so well together.
Piragua, keep scraping by, Piragua, keep scraping by, la 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 la, keep scraping by, la la la, keep scraping by. Que calor, oh, oh.
It's hard to create a character for this guy because, you know, you kind of have to make up everything out of thin air. Well, there's some evidence of where he's from, but a lot of the story is just contained around the neighborhood and Nina and Benny and their story and Usnavi and Vanessa and their story. So you kind of have to, you know, build your character from what's in the script and then fill in the pieces with imagination, you know, have fun with it. So it's been a challenge, but I like it, and hopefully, you know, the audience will respond well and, you know, relate with me and my struggle in the show.
So Sunny, can you get us through Yo with 96,000, all that?
I finally fixed housing, gave the body your computers a wireless web browsing. Your kids are living without a good education. Change the station, teach them about gentrification. The rent is escalating, the rich are penetrating. We pay our corporations when we should be demonstrating. What about immigration? Politicians be hating. Racism in this nation.
At first I didn't know, I wasn't entirely sure, but then I started to like think about where he'd be coming from, and because I'm a little brother and I know what it's like to like try to fit in with my older brother's friends and stuff, so it's just like going back to that feeling and, you know, that space and where I come from. So being Sunny isn't like trying to be someone I don't know, because I was Sunny at one point in my life. So
becoming Camila definitely was a process. With internally, mentally, I was thinking too much. I didn't know if I was gonna be able to be her at first. It became natural to me once I realized that I do have a Camila, and there's a Camila in everybody in a way, just caring, nurturing, and patient and loving, and I feel that that's what I'm trying to portray as Camila.
Said enough, now listen to what I say goes. Bobby, you push the song with I don't want to hear it. We make decisions as a family.
miss something and look through the eyes of someone else is just something you just have to do as an actor or as a person. To finally just like look through the lenses of, say, my mom or my dad, and being able to see what they've tried to do and strive to be for their kids, it's just something very daunting. And being Kevin Rosario, it really opens my eyes to the aspect of what it means to be a parent and to go above and beyond the Call of Duty.
Lynn has really created this rhythm for this neighborhood. I mean, he's chosen the words very carefully. He's chosen the songs. He and Alex have really laid down this track to represent. There's always music going on. There's always some sort of music. There's not very many quiet, just no music moments. If you walk down the street, you just walk down Washington Heights.
Hold up, wait a minute, Usnavi's leaving us.
Yes, we are on a certain time schedule, and so I come in with the movement already choreographed, and so I come to all of the vocal rehearsals that I can possibly make. Ba, ba, ga, ga. Yo, mom, it's me. Turn back, make it. 1, 2, 3. What would you do in 1960? Yeah. So ba, 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 ba. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, left, right, left. Yes? 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and with Vanessa. Again, 1, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the legs like stilts. One is Vanessa. You want to see the girls like what at work? I never recycle choreography. With every project that I do, whether it is a straight play, musical, gestures, for every piece and every project that I work on, it is original for that show, for the people that I'm choreographing for that particular director, and for myself. I just don't, I feel like I'm cheating, that I would be cheating if I took movement from another show or another project and put it into something else.
People go through
and up and down and up and down. Yes, awake. 5, 6, 7.
Street light choking on the heat. The world spins around while I'm frozen to my seat. The people that I know I came from miles away.
Your name first.
Frankie Mendoza, and I'm the choreographer for the show, the hip-hop choreographer part. And basically what we're doing is I'm the hip-hop portion of the show, meaning I bring on the hip-hop choreography that gets to coincide with the Latin style. So we kind of blend it all together. I get portions of the songs. For instance, for 96,000 and stuff like that, we actually give, I get about 32 counts, pass it back to the original about 80 counts, which goes back to me about 40 counts. So we kind of just pass it off here and there, kind of like mixing it up. And a lot of it's actually like new for me because we're actually going bit by bit. So I may get a portion and then we may scrap it later and then get a different portion. So every day by day we're kind of just taking it and see what happens.
Let's get love! Yeah, it's just circles. Pick a side and just keep going. Reverse the circle, whatever you do, opposite. Stay on this right side. Open, close, open, close, open.
choreographer's assistant, a rehearsal director, and basically a dance captain. And what that means is I kind of help clean up the dancing, help Bridget and Frankie make all the dancers look their best, or all the people actually. And then I'm also in the show, and that's fun. I'm dancing and performing and getting to do all my favorite things on stage.
Yo, Mom, it's me, Turn on Cricket. What would you do with 1960?
I auditioned for the show because theater is my life, and I can't imagine doing anything else. It makes me happier than anything in the whole world, and if I wasn't on stage, I would be doing something else with theater. And so when the show came up and it was a musical, one that I love, I couldn't pass up the opportunity, and I'm so grateful to be here with these incredibly talented people and working on this amazing show.
So the reason I like In the Heights is that it is it's a musical that has an immediacy to our demographic, and because it's a great music theater piece in addition to that. And so I thought it would be a really good opportunity for the music school and the dance school to coordinate with theater in a way that would be successful, meaningful, and rewarding. So that was my initial sense of it. I was very excited about it from the moment it was mentioned. The musicians who are playing in the pit are people who volunteered to work on this production. And I basically just put out a call to student musicians and said, we're doing this show, can you join us? Here are the dates. Didn't have all the rehearsal dates, had most of the concert dates. And had a lot of people who expressed interest, and some people were able to do the show, and some people can do some of the, you know, as the saying goes, musicians always have another gig. There's a lot going on. Our students are really busy with things at the university, with things outside the university. So the biggest challenge was the calendar one. So they're all really happy to play. They're enjoying the process. It's not as intensive as it is for the singers because they're reading off their music. They come in. We don't do as many rehearsals, and they're really good musicians. And the show is going to be fantastic. It's great fun, and it's a great experience for them to be doing shows at a high level. Not just doing shows because it's a gig, and that there's a difference. The expectations here are very high for these students, so we're very excited about it. Bum, Yeah, because I think. I think it's always going to be the case. When you're in the hammer, it's going to be worse. Same spot, 87, sorry, 86. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, there should be. Oh, I see what you're doing. Yeah. It's a wrong. It's not a fermata. You cross the fermata.
My responsibility is to tell Lin-Manuel Miranda's story, but then I have to paint that picture with my vision. And it's different shapes, different hues, different spots, different things. You guys are my painters. You guys are my painters. I got to paint this canvas with different kinds of strokes and different brushes and different hues and different colors and different things that I want to see as part of the final picture when it's done. It's like, that's how I see it. It's as strong as the weakest person in here. I don't think you have a weakest person. So I don't want to shoot that rhetoric. But I got to do what I think is best for the show. Because it's an educational situation, I want you guys to all learn to. That's my commitment. It's not just a director, but as a president and someone who loves this work and teaches this work and wants to share what I know of it. I really have gone out of my way, in a sense, we set this up for everybody to learn everything. So you're actually talking to him. So.
My best cousin.
Yeah, you bring the card forward here.
And just for today, I got my mate.
And yours, no thank you. You're going to go up the steps and then off stage right. And you did it, by that time, you're right here, it's right to the stop. Yeah, so put your two there. You said to the staff not to hang out with none of these people. You don't want to, you said later on in the song, not to be like us. This is your chance to get away. You want to have bragging rights about it. Is that again, another whole thing. She's the first generation going to college. And that's what it is. Either you want to have that in your background or not. Something about that family pride. The first person goes away to college in the family is the whole family, the whole neighborhood. It's like, yeah, okay. Ours got out. She's going to do something. Which just adds to the pressure. If you're first generation kid, you got to really do well. A nice time on your exit.
Thank you.
Just going by with that cart one way and then seeing Kinder go off that way. Just a nice flow. Same thing, Shayla up top. Very nice. At the end. I think you're just there. It's almost on your way out. You almost wave down to her one last time. Because she's right there. And good. Singing each other, you got to look in their eyes. Look in your eyes, look in my eyes. If I really want to see you, if I'm really into you, I'm looking at your eyes. I may be cheating looking at the rest of you too, but I'm starting with the dialogue in the lyrics helps carry the story of the show. It's part of the narrative. I got to have the narrative vocally, speaking, and singing. The dance reinforces that attitude. Okay? It's something about being in Washington Heights. It has its own rhythm, its own way that people walk. So you got to find all those little things that are characteristics.
So my job here is to stage manage. Right now, as we're in callbacks / auditions, it's mostly keeping everything organized, making sure it goes smoothly, making sure people come in or have their forms. Later on, it'll be writing down blocking, making sure they're in the right spot, making sure they have rehearsal shoes because there's definitely a lot of dancing in the show. Later on, we'll be calling the show, which is a lot of pressure because this is a big show, and it's a musical, so musicals are always harder than straight plays. So it's going to be interesting.
So does that mean we're going to see something once you do
Caitlin, actually, I'm the assistant director. I've been working with Buddy many times as a student, and then he invited me to come work with him on this show, which is really exciting to have a Broadway set coming up. So I wanted to come see what we were working with. About the beginning is going to be the two of them, and then on page 89, between two streets on the street. On page 89. And then after, they'll run away once the neighborhood starts waking up on page. Buddy's right here.
Who? It's a person. It's not just coming from nowhere. It has to come from your heart. I mean, it's that kind of play that needs to come from your heart. So we sing from our heart. We sing from our souls. We sing because you sing so you don't cry. You hear it. Start with him.
Honk your horns, she's smiling, say hello.
My memory goes 2 miles an hour. I'm taking a walk. I need some air.
Hey, breadcrumbs for your birds. Stay in the shade, okay? And then there's.
What would I be if I had never seen Manhattan? If I lived in Puerto Rico with my people, my people. I feel like all my life I've tried to find the answer, working harder, learning Spanish, learning all I can. I thought I might find the answer out of Stanford. It won't be long now. I finally help SOS.
Good morning, Vanessa. If it isn't the loveliest girl in the place.
You got such clothes on your face.
Baseball bat, order rack in the back. I got a couple of Roman candles, we can distract the vendor. Hey, yo, I think the dogs coming, then we gonna get jacked. Give me your light, I'll be right back. Back up, back up. Fireworks. Whatever next time.
Who's smiling? Please promise me you'll guard this with your life.
Abuela, I've never seen this much money in my life.
You know me, but I don't like talking about nobody. Pero oye esto.
Danny, don't. My pastor told me that gossip is a sin.
Jesus, perdóname.
Promise me you'll stay beyond the sunrise. I don't care at all what people say beyond the sunrise. Promise me you'll stay. I'll stay.
Treat it better than you treat this building, please. And be respectful of staying where Anthony wants you to stay and don't wander off, etc. Yeah, treat it like you're going to work. You know, seriously, I mean, because there's a lot more complications dealing with the hammer than this is sort of our space. You guys can run around here, have all the fun you want. Over there, stakes are higher, etc. And we don't control it. I don't control the space. We lease the space from them at a very, very, very great rate. So appreciate it. We are actually selling rapidly. Any tickets I put out on Gold Star immediately sell out. So we're holding off, but I anticipate that we probably won't have any shows that don't sell out or don't get close to selling out.
Yes.
No, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Oh, boy, everybody.
It doesn't look like this. It's a bigger theater, it's higher, it's a longer stage, and that's where you're actually going to play. It'll give you that relationship if you've not been on that stage before. Then you can come back here and it makes a little bit more sense. Those who've done shows really know what I'm talking about. It's just another feel. Okay? For projection, clarity is going to be important. You got to understand the words that you're saying and the words that you're singing. It comes across goop, then that doesn't work.
What do you do for theater lighting? I mean, don't you just sort of turn on the lights? It's a lot more complicated than that. The two most important things are making sure everybody's well visible, well illuminated, and to help tell the story. And the most important element that underlies everything is my job is to make everybody else look good. It's not about me, it's about everybody else.
Used to how much to overcorrect. So make sure it's all tightened down. Okay, we're going to do the same thing. Shutter to here as if I'm an audience member sitting here. Bottom shutter in.
I'm a little nervous because I don't have all the puzzle pieces yet.
I have some puzzle pieces, and I have a partial picture of what the finished puzzle is going to look like, but there's still lots of question marks. We're all going to do the best that we can. Theater is a collaborative effort, so if we all pitch in, I know it'll be fantastic either way, but I am a little nervous about those question marks that still exist and lurk out there.
The Broadway touring set looks amazing. So excited to be able to work on it. Yay!
I think it's wonderful. I'm very excited to be working on this set because it's from Broadway and yeah, I'm so excited.
Oh, okay. I'm excited that the set is real. We were joking that it might have just been fake that we were getting the Broadway set, so it's exciting to see that it's actually here.
It's a little surreal. I mean, I knew we were gonna have it since like the beginning of the semester, or I guess the beginning of the fiscal year, but it's really coming into play.
So, okay. I love it a lot.
Is it what you thought it was going to be?
No, way better. It's beautiful. Very impressed. I love it.
And be next to the real Broadway set and smell it. You know, intake what it is.
I'm so shocked that this is what my Snapchat was. Okay, I am just like totally amazed about like the details. Like even the ATM has like jacked up stickers and like graffiti on it. That's what I'm just freaking out about. I'm so excited to get on it and like to actually work with it finally.
Pretty cool stage, right?
Yeah, no, I really love, I mean, I know it's the point of it, but like the wear and tear, like how everything looks so old and so real, it's just, it's so cool.
Having the chance to actually put the set together with the scenic team was so amazing, because you get to see which pieces go where and how everything works, and just like, oh, this is that, this goes here, you got this amazing place is going to be there, wow, that's Rosario's, that's the salon, oh my gosh. And also J-Lo everywhere in the pictures. It's very funny to see.
Finally, yes. It's exactly what I imagined in my mind.
Okay.
documentary is important because I want to have a record of the process. I love process. Come opening night, my work is essentially done. It's up there for everybody else. Audience gets to consume it. It's consumptual for the audience. But the process is important. I don't want to forget what we did to get it to opening night. And that's a part that a lot of people don't ever see. People don't know the hard work it takes in putting on a production. Performance night is easy. The hard work is over with. That's the fun for everybody, including me, the cast, everybody else. This is the painstaking days. This is the days when decisions are rough and hard. This is the days we laugh, we cry, we hug, we get mad at each other, we get frustrated. But that's how we find the beauty. I mean, this is the planting season. And now the process is, do I water it? Do I weed it? Do I give it some sunshine? To get this beautiful plant to come out the ground is that love of labor of love. And I think there got to be a record of this. I don't want this lost. I want people to say, this is what it took to do this. So people say, wow, that's amazing. I said, yeah, but this is what it took to be amazing. It don't come easy. It don't come easy. I do this. And this isn't for everybody. This is a business not for everybody. It's not for the faint of heart. I said, but this is rewarding at the end of the thing. But we want to be able to look back and say, yeah, we did that. Not just look back and look at the production. Yeah, we want to film that. We'll look back and say, wow, that was great. But let's not forget how we got here. I think it's important. It's a learning tool for others to see, if you want to do this, this is what it takes. This is what the collaboration is about being in theater. This is what makes it the most liveliest arts, is the collaboration that goes into it. And I don't want that to be the best kept secret.